Greetings, MOGO lights. Welcome back to another episode of MOGO, the Vanguard Life. It's me, your brewmaster, Steven, and
Casual professor.
yes, it's just going to be us two today, but we're going to dive into Clan Selection Volume 1. And all the sets been released, and now we're starting to get reveals for Clan Selection Volume 2. So we might as well look at all of the support that they have, and we're going to do my favorite thing. We're going to put them in a tier list. So let's see. Hopefully this works. Bam.
That's beautiful.
So we've decided to rank them in tier 1, tier 2. Anything after that is sad. But if we're gonna do rogue, decks decks that may sneak up on you because you sleep on them. And then finally, basura, trash. And even though we have the pictures of the grade 3s, we'll be talking about the 1 and the 2 that got support. So we're looking at
Each of the clans, basically.
Yeah, each of the clans that got revealed as a whole. Even though we're showing just the 3. So are you ready to do this, Mr. Professor?
Let's do this.
Good. And all right. So the first we have, I want him to go first just for you.
Oh, you wanted to start with my boy.
Yeah, I wanted to start with just giving you a good one. Mr. Spectral Duke Dragon and Go Paladin. Now, what do you think?
I could talk about him for days. I love this man. So not gonna lie.
So let's do it quick. Let's just put them in a tier so we can get through that part because we can speak essays, but then at the very end we'll explain. After we put them all, we'll explain the tiers. So where would you say golds? Because I don't really know golds like that. I mean, I saw him and his ride chain Vortimers, but I'm like, oh no, I don't know. You tell me. What do you think?
Yeah, I kind of dipped out of looking at golds after we finished with the Ezel stuff. I didn't really touch Agravain, but with Duke
or Gurgawit?
Nah. Duke's the only reason I'm going to pick up any more golds aside from maybe the Liberators. Oh. But with Duke, he's decent. He's a solid card, but he needs to be paired with things that I probably have to look at the Gurgawit set to see if we got what's-his-face to call from the deck during the battle phase. But that's what would hold Duke back the most. It's just his ability to pressure. I'd give him either a solid, like a lower tier 2 or a rogue position just because he's good, but he's not.
Well, I'm comfortable with 2, maybe not because of what I know about Spectral Duke, but Percival and Gurgawin aren't allowed to hold hands, but Percival still can hold hands with everyone else. So
I was gonna say he can touch Duke.
And Gook can hold hands, and just Ren and the Judgment dude. I forgot his name.
Can we not have him back? Gaillard.
I was gonna say, wasn't it Gaillard? But okay, we got him at tier 2. Next is I call him Angel Gundam, but Shin
Malkuth Melik.
Yes, I call it Angel Gundam. Angel Gundam Part 2.
It's basically the Penelope.
I swear to you. What do you think? Because I have an opinion.
Shin Malkuth Melik. I actually didn't look. I don't touch angels, so I don't know much about this. I remember them revealing this. I think I watched both Solemn and Different Fight. 2 or more protect markers on your circles. Your front row gains +10. That's adorable. And it's decent. It's got good potential, but I remember people saying that there were cards that could work with it to make it a much more powerful deck. So I'd say just based on where it's at, it could be a tier 2 deck alongside Duke with that potential for just murder. But at the same time, if you get some really good support cards alongside it, it could be easily tier 1.
Yeah, see, I've seen the plays, and I was gonna say it's tier 1 or rogue. Like you're just gonna sleep on it and be caught slipping. You're just gonna sleep on it and be caught slipping. I've seen the gameplays. It's scary. It is. Okay. And so I'm gonna put it in row because it's hard to look at.
It's kind of like that, 3 copies are nothing in Yu-Gi-Oh sort of card.
Yeah, well, it's worse. It's worse because it's hard to look at him and know that would you play him or would you do Gabrielle? And Gabrielle is out here killing the game. Like she's so tier 1 because it's
Okay.
either.
So because she exists,
Yeah,
Malkuth
because she
Malik.
exists, you don't really look at him because it's like, but I could kill them. I can 0 to 6 someone with Gabrielle. But I think Malik does the opposite. It's like, yeah, that's fine. You can 0 to 6 them, but please make no mistake, they cannot kill me. I will. Malik does not die. I don't understand how something that chooses to go into protect 2 it's like no, I don't die. I live here. Don't worry, we live here. If you don't actively. Like I think you have to Narukami to get around his little like we cannot leave the board type business. Like
Yeah, only if Narukami isn't like targeting.
Right,
because
but
he just all them front resist as if he got the marker.
Yeah, they have resist and they can't be retired. But I think Narukami just says fine, bind, everyone go. But other than that, I was like, yeah, his people, we don't die. I love it. It's But we'll get into that later. Fianna, Shadow Paladin.
Luba. I'm sorry, Lurba. What are you? Why are you? Steven, I just have to. Basura? I don't know.
Basura.
I enjoyed the stupid things that witches used to do. Chooses 2 grade 0s from their drop zone and calls them to rear guard.
Mm-hmm.
With grade. You have to call things out or call them over top of things. Or she gets a drop. Oh no. Oh, why are you premium support?
Yeah, it's Basura. It's so bad.
I'd like Femme if she wasn't Vanguard only.
Yeah, she's so lonely. Who can do it? It's Basura. It's depression. It is.
Oh, why is she Gancelot? I like Gancelot. What is this? Okay,
Counterblast
1. Retire 2 rear guards. Search your hand or deck for up to 1 Femme. Call it to front row rear guard. And if you searched your deck, shuffle. Circle the called unit. Becomes a Vanguard until the end of the turn. All of your Vanguards gain +5 for each grade 0. Why is it Gancelot but worse?
It's Basura. It's so sad.
Basura. I can't explain to you how much I want to break this card and I can't do it.
It's because it's bad. You can try break it in a deck where it is more than 3 things. Like it's those 3 witches, and I guess Nemain kept her name as a witch.
Nemain's still a witch, but I mean she's just the engine card for every deck now.
She is bad.
You early out your Phantom Blaster and get an extra force marker unless you see Chaos Breaker.
All right. Now we're on to the Blood.
Oh, this is a card I've been looking forward to. He's interesting.
I slept on him, so
yeah. Let me pull him up here real quick because I can't have anything ready on time. Zobrato. Counterblast 1, put a card from your hand in your soul. Oh, that's right. He's the easy cross ride. This gains +5 and a drive. When it attacks, it battles the whole front row. If you put in Vermilion for the cost, he gains +10 and a crit. And you can Soul Blast a Kaiser, and this gains an extra drive on top of it. So he becomes a 4-drive unit who swings at the entire front row, rip Excel circles, but he'll take damage at the end of the turn.
Yeah, so here's the thing. I saw that and I thought, basura. I mean, his 2 was okay, and his 1 was almost a staple, but I saw a video and I was okay. So I think it's kind of rogue. It does a very funny thing, and bear with me. So the Soul Blast to gain a drive is not once per turn. So what someone did is they just
what?
Yeah, the Soul Blaster game drive is not once per turn. So they just spent their whole time riding the blood, soul charging the blood, soul charging the original Vermilion, and then like soul blasted four of them. And was like, well, we die you die here or we die here.
So
So
6 drive checks. Scoop it now, or you want to wait for me to reveal stuff?
you know, I mean, they did it so many times. It drove 8 times, and they got 4 fronts. So, and then remember, Cho is back. So Cho counterblast and stood back up and said, so it's so memes. But it was funny because the deck they were against was Shin Malik over there. And Shin Malik was like, all right, find out what's really good. And so Shin Malik lived through the onslaught.
Mm.
And then it was like, well, you've killed yourself, so have fun. So I think it's Rogue. I think that
I was gonna say I'm gonna call him like right next to Duke or down in the Rogue tier.
I mean, like,
it could be funny. That's funny. I've got a premium deck waiting for that boy, but I'm not.
See, we're talking about V premium though. We don't bring it here. Oh, the man of the hour.
I will refuse to respond. I have mixed feelings about this boy. I just woke up to a video from what's their face from Japan where they did Overlord against Messiah Chaos Breaker, and it was cute. It was adorable. But I've also got a more optimized Overlord build than they did, except for the premium. They have a V promo over there that says, I attack, put Blaster Dark back on the board. Why? Why can't I have that? I want.
Well, I don't really understand. Like, that's another video because I'm like, let me explain to y'all how promos.
Let's talk about these promos. Can we have our promos, please?
We have that promo video. Oh, I play Nubatama where it's like, I don't have a deck. Like, my deck doesn't exist. It's like, why? Because the 2 and the 1 that are 4-ups, mandatory and necessary, are promos. And y'all just thought,
Yeah, no, I kept hearing different fight talk about and complain about how, we've got some amazing promos that are Japan only. And well, I'm not even going to bother looking at these. And then I saw it in the, Japan only video. And I'm just like, why?
Yeah, I was like,
I want this.
Rude. So I saw the videos, and what people are saying is that people think Chaos Breaker is hilarious, is just to become underwhelming, and he doesn't live up to the hype. And for me, I'm like,
yes, that means the price goes down. Make me buy them easy.
I was like,
I've got a Freeze Ray deck that needs a Chaos Breaker in it.
For me, so first, let's just get to it. I think the man's is tier 1. I think the man's, if you have to deal with him and his 2 and his 1 all at the same time, you're just in a losing position. You almost can't bounce back from it. Like,
it's bad news.
Like,
it's really bad.
Yeah, the problem with the deck is you have to get him because he doesn't have a friend. But they made a 2 that is sneaky and says, if it hits, I'm going to go check top 7 for a Cyber Dragon and ride it. And I think the 1 almost searches a Cyber Dragon on hit too. Oh no,
it searches a Starvader.
Oh, it searches a Starvader. Yeah. See, we're gonna go find the guy. So
yeah,
in the instances like Link Joker as a whole, like that whole Link Joker, okay, maybe it's not gonna do that good. But like if you have to sit in front of a Chaos Breaker and the Chaos Breaker lands, it's an ugly battle. I think I saw it go against Gabriel, and Gabriel just didn't kill it. And it was like, Gabriel got to go to grade 3 first. The rescue checks weren't popping off, and they didn't kill him on 2. And then you saw that Chaos Breaker. No, so they did the Gabriel.
I don't know why you don't have the Schwarzschild.
The Gabriel player let the 2 hit, so Gabriel came in looking at Chaos Breaker, and Chaos Breaker was like, "This your 1 shot, sis. That's it. You're gonna do it, or you're gonna do it.
You had a chance.
Aim for the king, don't miss." And then Gabriel just gave him that breathless rush, that muda, and then turn in. Well, game. like proceed to lock both your sides, show you the PG so that once you like you can rescue check all you want. I've blocked the two sides. It's over. Give me your protect marker. I'm tired. Like I'm like, no. And I just was like, it was like, do you want to see a dead body? It was something straight out of an anime. It was bad. It was bad. I felt bad.
Kids want to see a dead body?
Hey kids, you want to see a dead body? Oh, the next traitor to Cray, Gastille. AKA, I have 20 cards in the soul. Commit seppuku. Please kill yourself.
Just kill yourself. I actually don't know anything about this. I'll reach for my, handy dandy. Check everything.
I can tell you because I hate this thing. So it's on. It doesn't get a protect marker, but it's on battle phase. Count +1. Your opponent makes a choice equal to the number of soul you have, like equal to every 5 souls you have.
And I remember this boy now.
And how much of dust do you want to deal with? So that's basically what it says. Like,
front row gains a crit. Opponent's van card increases or decreases to 1. Auto abilities do not activate. Man, I'm so glad we got those Sentinel crits now, because at least I've got a bigger shield for that. Chooses a card from their hand, puts it into their damage. Oh, God. Yep, that is Dust the card.
It's Dust the card. Like, so people were like, oh, this is busted, and this is things. And then, the VTubers, the other ones, came back and said, oh, it's not that, actually, it's not that bad. And
I was going to say, Solemn was like, no, this is ridiculous.
And so
I love it, but it's ridiculous.
Like, and people are like, it's actually underwhelming. I'm like, okay, no, because this is my problem. Because so I'm just gonna
stride.
No. But so see, she was trying to cast her Brujeria on me, and like me tell her she was better. But here's what I think Gastille is tier 1. Okay, not about Gastille. Dark Irregulars was always great because Shaharat was always great. I don't know if we need to quit forgetting Big Daddy Emo Vampire is always great. Death King. And No Life Death King always great. Okay, we can't talk about premium. We can't actually talk about premium.
He exists. I'm not even talking about premium. I'm just like
like Dark Irregulars was always great. I mean, they had a rough patch with whatever that absorbed the crit, put 3 in thing guy was, whatever.
Okay. So Gastille does not work with NLK. He is specifically
right because it's at the start of the battle. So NLK is in the middle of the battle. But no, so here's the thing: Gastille, when you Shaharat them, and you see if they don't have the quick shield, you die. Like, or you just Gastille to close. Like Gastille, what do you have 5? Or you've used up all your resources for trying to live through Shaharat's 5 ugly penis pumping attacks. Like, So, you were saving PGs, Gastille.
I'm just going back to playing Overlord for fun because Overlord was funny. I just like attacking and popping your stuff off and pulling more blasters out of the deck because Rapier is hilarious in Overlord.
I keep forgetting that, when you say Overlord, you mean like Phantom.
I know. It's so weird. Because I was like, for so long, and now he's so good.
That just was like, oh, right.
Overlord. Yeah, I know. I thought about that halfway through saying, I'm like, you know what? I'm committed.
You did the first time with the Messiah Chaos versus Phantom Blast versus the Overlord story. And I was like, Kagura versus we get to call blasters. That is a thing. So I think Gastille is tier 1. Actually, I might put him down to tier 2 because he himself doesn't do it. Shaharat doesn't, and Shaharat's tier 2 right now. But,
that's true. But the stuff around him helps. So
and then they gave him just ramp. Would you like to put cards into your soul? Put cards into your soul.
That just sounds like Dark Irregulars to me.
I mean, yeah, it did. And they're just like, would you?
When asked if I want to shove a card in my soul, the answer is yes.
Yes. That's not even So I mean. So I think Gastille deserves a spot. 4th, this Gear Chronicle McBitch. Not 4th, but
Okay. Look. I don't know anything other than the Grade 1 Gear Chronicle, but that Grade 1 Gear Chronicle is amazing.
Okay, I mean, I was about to run that straight into my soda, but
okay, let me pull this thing up because it's basically search whatever Grade 3 you feel like.
Yeah, but it's like it's timely, you know. Oh, you go first. You because it just takes
I
your
like that.
Phoenix.
I like that though.
Whoever, I mean, if you weren't playing, what's his name, Chrono Tiger thingy, G Rebellion Revolution McThing, whatever.
Look, it
Yeah, I
just
think it's
makes my
Rebellion.
premium gear Chrono Tiger deck more effective. That's all I'm
I
saying.
mean, we like as long as you weren't like basically
But this
again V
is
premium. If you weren't
yeah,
running Chrono Tiger, because Chrono Tiger had his own strat always
I'm
and forever.
refusing to call it V premium because it is V. And I'm
That
working under the delusion that when they get tired of D, they're going to switch back to V and do more stuff with that and switch back and forth when they feel like it.
I
Basically, Bushi Road timeline, Akira Ito timeline.
so I mean it's time leap and I just feel like, oh, okay. I
Yeah,
don't
but I
know
kind
enough.
of like that.
Yeah, I mean I just don't know. Does Gear Chronicle have like any heavy rear guard investment to where like that matters? It's like
Yeah, I mean, it's more of a premium support in that case because premium is time leap. Unless you have something really good, even ZTB is time leap, just with extra steps.
yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
our
because
revival stride was time leap on crack. Plus, every time I flip up a copy, give me more time leap.
yeah, but like the thing, like for this though, I'm like let's say V, like in V, like, do rear guards do things other than help your vanguard do more?
Eh.
Like I don't remember there being an aggressive Gear Chronicle rear guard. Like
They are Chronojet rear guards. The Chronojet rear guards and the Chrono Bite Tiger, which is the grade 2 for Chrono Fang.
I mean,
That one,
like the free
discard a
one you
card,
get for
gain a crit.
discarding it.
No. The grade 2 who, play when you're going to ride, you like draw a card, discard a card.
Yeah, but what does it
Yeah.
do on rear guard? Like, why would I time leap
Discard a
into
card,
that?
gain a crit. No, I guess, yeah. Time leaping afterwards. No, there's a couple of grade 2s for Chronojet that do stuff, specifically no matter when you call them, because they're end of battle attacks. One of them is Steam Breath, which he lets you, what is it? I think he cycles one card in your hand and maybe retires something. I don't have my gears around me to remember properly, but there's that one. And then there's the one that everyone plays, which is the grade 2 from the trial deck, who, when he attacks, if you rode a grade 4, end a battle, Soul Blast, discard, pop, and draw.
I mean, okay. I mean, I'm willing to
Yeah.
go rogue because I low
Yeah.
key. I don't know how Gear Chronicle players do it. Like you gotta have like three, you gotta have 4 grade 3s and then work around that.
No. We just have all of our cards count as grade 3. The new grade 1 is both an old school stride fodder and a legit stride fodder.
Yeah, but I'm saying like you have 4 grade 3s. It's not like you have a backup grade 3 to go into. Like when you actually ride the grade 3 to pit. Like
Yeah, but you use the one worker card and shove a grade 3 back into the deck, or a grade 4 back into the deck. Once you hit your one grade 3, you really don't need anything else, but you got to keep shoving those 4s back in.
Okay.
No, it's weird.
That's yeah. I gotta take your word for that.
I guess you could use the new grade 2 with the time leap. If you rode a grade 4 this turn on attack, soul charge 1, on place, soul blast, discard, draw a card, choose an opponent's rear guard with a grade less than or equal to the card you discarded, and retire it. I guess.
Yeah, I'm like telling you, like
I don't know.
Sound like trash to me, and I don't think the 2 and the 1 were that redeeming. But look, I don't speak the language of the steampunk. So.
The 1 is consistency and stride fodder. He's old school stride fodder when you place him on Vanguard or rear guard from hand, because some people don't understand that concept. Weasel Boy knows who he is.
That's a good question. I just realized because a lot of, not Nuba, of course, but Mura always gets his promos in this collection. Who's the did they give Beer that promo, that Steam chick girl that everyone? loves in the reprint? Because
Do you
that
know
might
what her
determine
name
if this
is?
is good.
I know Ear Cobb got reprinted in here, which is the grade 2 that you want because it's the extra drive check.
But it's the promo that it was always only Japan until
Rebul. Ooh, oh, this says promo. When this card is discarded from your hand during your turn, Soul Blast 1, call this to rear guard plus 5,000. You can also put a normal unit from your drop zone on the bottom of your deck and draw a card. Yes, she is getting reprinted in here. Gold's Gears officially came up. Gears came up. Let me see if the shadows have the same thing. No.
I don't know
why.
Stop that.
All I want is goal mark.
It's not
why
about you.
Can't I have goal mark?
It's not about you. It's about getting what you support. So
we need the support for Mordred and Overlord. We need this boy.
All right, let's go on to this next one. Megacolony and let me explain how this card and its support would be great if I don't believe Bushiroad had just the one clan that got completely screwed over in the reboot was Megacolony. From the original reboot to entering the era, I did not know you could mess up to kick the week when they were down.
I'm not gonna lie to you. From what I've seen of Megacolony, they did the same thing to them that they did to Shadow Paladins in the original series, because we'd get one good support and then a whole bunch of why. It's a new deck every time they release.
It's support. A new deck every time,
and that's exactly what they did to Shadow Paladins. It's why do you do this?
I'm like, you need to quit changing their gimmick, and you have screwed them over so that nothing they get is good. And this guy,
why? What?
So he's good though. Him and his little partner 3, because of course Megacolony is the new D police where everything we do is just grade 3.
Choose up to 2 cards in your opponent's damage zone, heal them, and deal a damage. Oh no.
But keep reading. If they're in grade 3,
why?
You get the trick. If they get a trigger,
I know.
You get the effects.
I know. Deal 1 damage to your opponents for each card put in their drops. And then every time your opponent trigger or takes the damage, he gains. Why?
It's so good.
Now I have to build this.
It's so good. It's such a good card, and I'm like,
okay.
And the partner grade 3 it has, because of course they got 2 grade 3s. But
at the end of the battle, your grade 3 or greater Vanguard attacked. If a new card was put into your opponent's damage, Counterblast 1, call him to rear guard. On place, Soul Blast 1, choose an opponent's rear guard. Stand it, and this gains plus 10,000. Why?
See?
Why do you gotta do so much?
I was like, that was amazing. I'm like,
why you gotta do so much?
But then it's like, and then what? Who are you helping with this?
Nobody. High class moth. Decker Soul regard. Oh no, you just gotta make this easier.
Exactly. I'm telling you, it's 3 tier 1 cards for a Basura clan, a clan that is just sad. And when you think about it,
opponent's rear guard that cannot intercept. This ability can only be used by 1 high class moth per turn.
Who cares about that? It's a great 3
insult.
Why? It's a great 3 insult.
No, that's the setup, Stephen, because you use the high class moth, you rest it. It's a useless rear guard at that point. You stick it behind the Vanguard, suck it up with the Vanguard's effect, and then just keep going.
Yeah, it's
and then Soul Blast that out, and you just look at your opponent and go, okay, cool. Take 2. Also, Nouvelle Vague, you don't get trigger effects. I get trigger effects.
Yeah,
why?
It's 3 beautiful cards for a clan that just can't do it. Who is not going to help Gridor? You can't help Gungan Kalio. You can't help Machinings because you're not Machinings.
I guess the Machining Mantis is a decent reprint.
Well, okay, yes. All your grade 3 searchers are good for the 2 new grade 3s they gave you. Yes, I agree, Josh. I agree.
I don't
all
know
these
about
great
Stealth Millipede. These reprints might be.
Stealth Millipede, isn't it? Okay, but
He's
do
okay.
you see the problem? Do you see the problem? Like, do you see my conflict? Like, where do we put it? Because those 3 cards are amazing. Those 3 are like amazing. That novelty is hilarious. Like, shoot your opponent twice. You don't heal. I heal. You don't get a front. I get a front.
You got a draw trigger? Cool. I like drawing.
You mean my crit? Oh, thank you.
Oh, you hit a front trigger?
Thank you. Like, I saw that happen. I saw a game with that, and it was the blood versus
oh no,
the machinings, and it was just like it was blood versus these dudes, and it was just delicious. It was just delicious. I was like, dude got 2 fronts, and it was like, you mean I got 2 fronts? Thank you. We are pleased. Thank you. And then it was like, oh, don't worry. He's like, but they're rested. No, it doesn't matter. A card went to your damage zone. 3 fly off the side. Stand my other fat little 2 over here. Like, it's decadent. Like, I don't know. Like, I want to put it rogue because sleep on this. You will be caught. Like,
I was gonna say it's one of those where it's easy to get around just because the deck is the clan is so wildly inconsistent.
Who can't stomp on a bug? Like, who can't step on bugs? Like,
do it all day.
Yeah, honey, this ain't Weevil Underwood. Like, honey, we'll step on that. Like, I don't want to hear it.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I'd say rogue. That's just.
I mean, we being generous because it's really Basura. Because you can't. It's
yeah, but with those 3 cards, it makes it solid. It's
but it's 2 3s and 1, so you have to go through all the 1s and 2s. Like you.
Yeah, but that's why they gave you Machining Mantis as a reprint, because that way it makes it easier on you to get the rest of the pieces for it.
Yes, the 2 pieces that matter. Like it. Basura. It's Basura, but we're being very nice. And speaking of being very nice, let's talk about this boy.
I don't know why I keep putting my stuff away so I can just look at cards.
I mean, you don't want to look at this this Greek tragedy, this Greek tragedy of a card.
Is it Oedipus level tragedy, or are we going like King Lear?
It's King Lear. Stabby. No, it's Oedipus. Stabby is out. Stabby is out. So here's my problem.
Equip gauges.
Yeah, here's my problem, because we're gonna put it in tier 2, and I'm gonna explain it why. You just gotta ignore this 3. This 3 didn't happen. The 3 didn't happen. The 2 and the 1 they got, I might not play V. I just might not play V anymore. I don't want to deal with it. I don't want to deal with the 2 and the 1 they got. This thing is a garbage version of every other Axel card that had resources in it. Like, it's a worse Yasue. And it's a worse Triceratops. Gaia Dynasty. I don't think Gaia Dynasty is a Triceratops. What type of dinosaur is Gaia Dynasty?
Gaia is a Triceratops.
Gaia Dynasty is a Triceratops?
It's got the 3 horns.
That's how it only knows the 1 on the nose.
Yeah, well, they have the 1 on the nose and the 2 on the frill. I forget what it's called.
I mean,
I'm take the fight. Garbage dinosaur fan.
I was gonna say, boy, we're going to do a phenology challenge. Yeah, but no. So the 3 is trash. The 3 is basura.
Call it to 1 is basura. Why? What?
Basura.
Oh, but that grade 2 though.
That grade 2 is
staple. That is staple.
That I'm not playing V. I'm not playing V.
I don't know about not playing V, but that's hilarious.
That 2 is abhorrent. No, I won't do it. Because they already have 2s that say, if I die, call my gauge.
Yeah.
And they put gauge under that.
So you just have no reason to not gauge stack on this place.
So so I thought about it. I was like, so it's swing with a sacrificial lamb that has, you somehow give it 2 gauge, right? You swing with sacrificial lamb. You swing with this. I don't understand. So based on that, you could eat the sacrificial lamb. The new 2 forces you to pick one of those cards in the gauge, call it, give it a gauge. It's an attacker. And then the sacrificial lamb says, oh, you can pick the other thing and give that a gauge.
your Raptor, you
Yeah,
let both
I'm
of them
not.
call stuff.
Yeah, I'm not doing that. I'm not. No, I'm not getting poked around
I
because
think True Draco had their own version of that. True Ancient Dragons.
I wasn't. No, not doing that. Ooh, True
Unplay Soul
Draco.
Blast, draw a card, call a card
Yugi.
to rear guard, put the top card of your deck as an equip gauge for it. Why is there so much extension in these two cards?
Won't. I refuse. I
Less
refuse.
this,
It's
put
an
a card
attack.
for your
It's an
Gemstone
attack.
face
I
down.
think it. I think it's racism. I don't know. I think it's privilege. I don't even
This
know.
is beautiful. I
And that 3 is,
love
but we
it.
don't even now. So we're gonna put this in tier 2. Just note the 2
Okay,
and the
okay.
1. We should have split screened. Because think about it. All of that before the Anger Blader swings.
Yeah.
All of that,
But see, the 1 and the 2 are just so good to make this garbage grade 3.
The 3 don't count. It's trash. You don't need to play
a rogue. I mean, yeah, you don't have to play it.
You don't have to play the 3, and then you could have 4 Anger Blader and 4 Dynas.
But just with the grade 1 and the 2, you make the grade 3 viable.
The 3 is trash. Why would you even play the 3 when Dynas gives everyone 10k, and Anger Blader is Anger Blader? So
I don't know. I'm just playing, God Hand Ancient Dragons.
See, yeah, but like in Dynas, everyone gets 10. So eat face, face. It's too much face. It's too much face. This 3 is basura. No. Next is my daughter.
Let's get your girl here.
My daughter. We're gonna move her right on the tier 1. She's amazing. She's flawless.
Let me see.
10. Okay, you can go see how great my daughter is. Go.
Yeah, no, I remember that first part. Do
you remember she heralded in 2021? Just to let you know that mess 2021 was going to be on. She brought us in to the dark age.
On play Soul Blast to choose one of your opponent's front. I don't know that I like the 1, but it does reverse the effect. So, Counterblast 1, choose an opponent's front row. Choose one of their front row, and it gains -10. Oh, that's adorable. What is OG Shiryuki Soul Blast 2 as well? I don't like that cost, but that is...
We don't even have cost anymore. So I can explain to you why she's tier 1, but let's not.
Tsurarahime. Yeah, no, these are... Oh. When you ride her, may call a Shiryuki to an open rearguard. Okay. It doesn't do the old school Murakumo thing, but if you have a Shiryuki Vanguard, put this into your soul, choose. Okay, she is Morgenrot. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, that second effect is the only effect that Morgenrot has for Blouse, except for the soul charge part. He retires himself and then bounces a Blau to your hand, but that's interesting. Sasameyuki? Minarai Yokai. On place, look at 7 cards, reveal up to 1 Shiryuki, put it into your hand. So you can have one of those too. And then when you're... Okay. The fuck is cost?
What is cost? I don't know.
Never mind.
Free?
Never mind.
What is free?
Who is it who does the free commercials? He's clearly...
Into a TurboTax? Free.
Yeah, them.
Free. All right, Jesus. Yeah, she's tier 1. I can't wait to get my hands on my new daughter. I am going to.
Okay, maybe I'll switch from clone myself to just Shiryuki.
You don't play. What do you mean? Call myself to enter the negatives? Like
Yeah, switch from Mandala Lord to Shiryuki, as a natural progression is.
Yeah, so here's my favorite thing about Shiryuki and reason why I think she's better. Well, we'll get to that in the little quick wrap up we do. Let's go to Beatrix.
Beatrice.
Yeah, I was gonna say I've seen the Winx Club reboot and I'm still angry about it, but Beatrix, the ghosty. So I'm gonna keep it 100. It's not bad. I wanted it to be bad.
I was gonna say I've seen Solemn going off about this because he loves it.
Well, he loves Granblue. I mean, like you can't trust his opinion
that's his thing.
Yeah, and I love Murakumo, so that's why we have another person here.
Exactly.
How great it is. But
all of your ghost units on rearguard or guardian circle gain intercept +5 power and +5 shield. That's when your rearguard is retired by an ability during your turn. And last one, call a ghosty and a grade. That's a weird wording, but basically call a ghosty who's one grade lower than that. Or any grade lower than that.
Yeah, so here's the quick, because you don't need to read it, because I can just tell you the quick thing. So basically what she does is that every time if something dies, counterblast 1, call a ghosty that was lower than the thing that died. And then you can keep doing that as long as you got counterblast. So basically it's this sliding scale downwards of aggression. So like if a Skull Dragon kills itself, you can call it grade 2. When Skull Dragon kills itself at the end of the attack, you get to call the grade 2 ghosty from the bottom, and then the grade 2 ghosty will kill itself for whatever reason, and then it countercharges, the grade 2 ghosty countercharges, and then you can blast to call a grade 1 ghosty. Then the grade 1 ghosty swings, kills itself, countercharges, and then you can call a grade 0 ghosty. And they gain intercept. So the hilarious thing I realized is, hey, I didn't think there were that many ghosties, but apparently there are. There's a grade 1 ghosty.
Oh yeah, there's a ton of ghosties. It's kind of the mainstay.
Yeah, so I didn't know that. So I thought she was actually a lot worse than she is, and so I was wrong. And I'm just going to say it. I just was wrong. She ain't bad.
But Jesse only countercharges once. Interesting.
Well, yeah, because there has to be some balance in the force.
No, there doesn't.
Yeah, okay. So yeah, I'm very comfortable putting her tier 2 and almost tier 1. Yeah. I mean, even though she gets a free call on place or whatever. But I mean, I don't know. Mogolites, what do you think? And last but not least, this Neo Nectar.
Okay. Neo Nectar, Peony.
Which, pause, can we all just acknowledge that you are either Asha or everyone else? Like Asha or everyone
made
else?
enough.
No. Literally in V, they've made the distinction. There is Asha, and every other subtype of Neo Nectar does the exact same thing. Make tokens. Like Sephiroth made bigger, better tokens once, and maybe, but made enough tokens. Musketeer, tokens. Sephiroth, tokens. Asha, my tokens are scythe wielding other vanguards, so y'all can go eat, but all y'all can go stay over there. Like, it's the opposite of the Megacolony problem. It's like everything that had an identity became the token baby. It's like, okay, rude. So I have mixed feelings about this. I high-key think it's basura, but yeah.
I mean, Peony is decent.
Okay.
She's not quite Fiona level.
Okay.
Maiden of Fallvine.
All right.
When you place from the hand to the rearguard. Wait, so if you call her on top of a plant token?
Yeah, a lot of them have effects where it's like literally, is there a token there when I land it? Okay, do something.
So this is like discount Jewel Knights.
Well, the token don't get you nothing. It just like, did you...
Yeah, but it's you placing on top of a token.
Yeah, but did you eat your own advantage? Like, at least Jewel Knights were superior calls. I swear I think this is bad. But
no, these are superior calling too.
think this is it. This is trash. Basura.
Yeah, toss it in the garbage. I don't like any of this.
I mean, it's the mandatory eat 4 for me. It's like you have to eat 4 to call 4, and then you can.
Yeah, but if those 4 are tokens, that's what makes it okay.
But you're getting 4 tokens.
You're not losing anything.
You're getting 4
like
tokens.
I said, you're not losing anything. You're just gaining 2 more attacks, basically.
Yeah, which is cute in a Force clan. Which is like they're 30k columns, and one of them could be 40 if you put the Force marker over there. But you don't gain extra Force.
Steven, let me explain it to you like this. You know Mordred?
Yeah.
It's like Mordred, but worse.
I was gonna say, but Mordred, there's no limit to the amount of, and you can now recur Blaster Darks. You can put Blaster Darks back into the deck, right?
No, because you have to play Luard with that, which means that you lose out on your Nemains, which run the deck.
I didn't.
Yeah.
I thought you could. I thought one of them had a Blaster Savior thingy. Or can you call Blaster Darks from the drop?
You can. We don't have access to Goalmark yet, so we can't do it in the battle phase.
It's not about you personally. Can the clan do
it?
Regardless if you can do it.
No. It's the point is, we as a clan cannot quite go Goalmark yet because that's not a thing in the U.S.
But the clan
rest
can't.
Of the world.
You Americans,
you
Americans aren't the people. You need to stop thinking about America.
You
Westerners.
Gomi.
You Westerners. Ninpo Bandai. Like, y'all need to quit playing and long live Japan.
Okay, look. We have the grade 1 Masquerade, which will let us pull out a Blaster Dark from the drop zone with an extra 5,000 power.
Okay.
And get an extra Force marker because Mordred.
Look at that.
But that's during the main phase, and I want my extra attacks. Look, Steven, I've gotten addicted to the ability to PBO extra attacks. I want to maximize my extra attacks. That's all I'm saying, is I want to make more attacks. I
swear to you. So this is our, we're done. We're going to save. Yes. Download image. I don't even know what that means. Oh, my computer may have space virus. All right. So let's look at what we got. So in tier 1, I have Caln Selection Volume 1. We have Limit, Chaos Breaker, and Shiryuki, which is Link Joker and Murakumo. But to be fair, Shiryuki, she had a lot of wiggle room. Murakumo got bloomed. Like, V was the best thing that ever happened to us. I'll fight any VGtuber for that statement. Like the validity of that statement. Fight me.
No, it's absolutely true. Every set from Murakumo was just keep glowing.
Yeah, we were Oliver Twist gramming for crumbs in G, and then you could not have told me Murakumo would be the meta 18 times over, and that we would require some of our cards to get owner banned or restricted list. You could that not in my wildest.
Beating Shadow Paladins and the meta multiple times.
And coming out in the set with Shadow Paladins. Like, we came out in the set with them. Like,
in the set, and you still managed to do better than Shadow Paladins, which is probably because Bushiroad's got a whole beef going right now, and Shadows.
So making Murakumo tier 1 wasn't really hard. She just had to be semi-decent. And the Shiryuki engine was like the bane of everyone who hated playing against Murakumo, because it was like, oh, she inherited Yasui's Shadow Stitch, so all I have to do is swing, regardless if it hits you or not. It's all good to me. Chaos Breaker, like I said, if you see the dude, if you're standing in front of the guy, I think if you're standing in front of him and his 2 and his 1 all at once, you're fighting an uphill battle. I think it's a hard fight to fight. You have to be an Axel Clan, and you have to really put pressure on him. I don't.
I watched PBO do a really decent job of trying to fight this man. And that was considering that he had the resource engine of the Messiah deck on top of Chaos Breaker.
Yeah.
And he did admirably. But
and sometimes the cruel Joker just says no. Like,
yeah, he gives you hope so he can snatch it away.
In tier 2, we have And it's funny because tier 2, once again, this list was made with the 3, the 2, and the 1, and all the support that the 3, the 2, and the 1 in mind. So that's why that Tachi is here, because that 3 doesn't exist. We don't know it. This should have been a split picture of the 2 and the 1 because they deserve to be here. We don't know that 3. Spectral Duke, I think I've seen it being played, and I just think if I didn't watch it go against Chaos Breaker, it had a better time.
Yeah, no, he'd have had a much better time if he wasn't up against Chaos Breaker.
Steal your extra circles. Beatrice, I can be wrong. She's a savage, and
oh yes,
Granblue has a lot of ways to. And I keep forgetting, Granblue has so many like Rune Shade and Grease Shade are such perfect ways to set.
Yeah, Granblue has like all the same things that like Dark Irregulars have. They just have access to so much stuff that just helps them.
So much. They do their thing. So Granblue and Dark Irregulars are very consistent setup protect clans. Like we gonna get to where we need to get to. Like I remember I did play a Night Rose deck and I didn't open Night Rose and I looked in my hand. I said, "Oh, I think if I read these cards right, I think I just put the Night Rose in my hand." Like I was like, "What was I thinking?" You column barred the Night Rose into the drop and then you greed shaded to put the Night Rose back into your hand. I was like, "Oh,
just keep going."
Yeah, and I was like, "Okay." And so, and the same with Dark Irregulars. They literally have a 3 that says, "I know you didn't want me to be here, so you want you to go into our textbook of a soul and get the 3 you meant to have and put that in your hand." I'm like, beautiful, just beautiful, like art.
It's like the scenes from If where they're looking through the book for the card that they're gonna realize, and you know, you're just like, okay, cool. Here's the entire thing, and I want this one.
Yeah, it's just the card of the day. Like it's amazing. And the Rogue is, don't sleep on them, guys, because they'll catch you lacking. And really, I believe that was for Angel Gundam, because Angel Gundam lives. Please understand, it's 2 protect 2s per turn, and if regular Malika did its thing, that's 20k to the things on the side, not including whatever those 2s got for themselves. So, like,
on top of that, doesn't Malcolm Elif new edition do like even more?
Well, no, Malcolm Elif gives you 10 if you have 2, which you would because you wrote their old one. It gives you 1, and then you wrote him, and he gives you 2, the second one, and he gives everyone 10. But if you did Angel Gundam, the original Angel Gundam's effect, he calls 3 people and gives them 5, and then they're on Protect 2s, which is another 5. So it's like they come in plus 20.
And that just ramps every turn.
And you know, once again, they just do it. And I watched it. They did it every turn. Like I watched a video of Shiryuki versus the Angel Gundam, and you know, Shiryuki lost. But to be fair, like I think an Axel clan has to be very careful of how they commit to these new Protect clans, because these new Protect clans have gotten infinitely more turtly. But like when it was time for Shiryuki to die, there was 4 Protect 2s on every side and then 1 in the back. I was like, so it's just plus 20 regardless of anything. Like it's plus 20, then Angel Gundam plus 5, then Angel Gundam
and you can put that
plus 10.
Grade 1 Interceptor behind the Vanguard and slap a Protect marker on there.
It's nasty.
Intercept.
It's just so nasty. And then the Shiryuki's negged the Vanguard 20, and then it was like Intercept for 45. Okay. So did you feel better?
It was just one card, by the way.
Yeah, and it was just the Intercept for 45. Okay. Did you feel better? Like, it's like, how did you feel? Did you feel good when you did it? Like,
how did that make you feel?
Yeah. So, the blood. Yeah. Once again, so if you can drive check 8 times. If you drive check 8 times.
Look, just drive checking 4 times is a lot.
Drive check. I want to see someone drive check 8 times. Rip the front. Man. I'm like, I'm just like,
you know, I feel the urge to try and make that happen, but I think it would take far too long of a game to actually make that happen.
Well, that's the thing.
Unless I got some pro tier soul charges.
But that's the thing. It's like you can you ride and you put it into the soul, and you're already like mostly there. It's disgusting. It's just disgusting. And I'm like,
Kaiser Crimson.
I don't know. I think anytime I was like, whew.
Oh, he does have Kaiser in his name. Oh,
And
Steven, I
then
might have a way to do this.
and then what's his name? And Cho's back. So and none of this cost a counterblast. That's what we. I'm not. No one's like we ain't brought up. None of it cost a counterblast.
No, you don't need that.
So Cho was like, no, all for me. We standing back up. And then there's in the rogue deck. I mean, guys, look out for those bugs. they can be nasty. I mean, if it wasn't, please understand, friends. In any other archetype, in any other clan, I would be screaming. if 2/3s came out in Murakumo
and just did that,
golds, dark irregular, anything like that, I would scream. I'd be like, why did dark irregulars need to do that? Like Shaharat into that, like I would scream. But unfortunately, they didn't. They came in Megacolony, so I'm like, oh, okay. I mean, luckily, everything else that surrounds you is a waste dump, so I'm fine. I don't matter. And finally, trash, like witches.
You know what? They're premium cards only. That's what.
Okay, I had to learn that about Gemio Congo. Gemio Congo is a premium card only. It's premium support, so
Yeah. Fianna is amazing as a Legion mate. It's an okay Gancelot. It's not a good Gancelot, but it's okay. And the Femme, I wish was better. Why is she? We can't win with Femme. Femme should be anything other than a 12k attacker and a Vanguard only effect. But that's what she is. And it doesn't do anything in Legion because I don't get the drive checks. Why?
And finally, Plant
Birth, where we actually get the drive checks. Can I just have that, please?
And Plant Bay is Basura.
Oh, wait.
I don't know what to tell you.
Wait, what is this? Steven, what? Rider to stand, shuffle your deck, and if your opponent, why does that say that? Why you do this? I'm sorry, I didn't look at the rest of the blood support here. I'm now seeing things that I don't like.
Oh, I mean, I hate the 2-1. The 2 I think is racist. I think but that's another video where I think Narukami is Judas of Axel clans, and
okay.
I mean, okay,
all right,
I don't even, so disrespectful.
So this Vanguard or rear guard?
That's
but 5 cards. But Vanguard or rear guard?
Well, I mean,
why?
Well, if you grab it as a rear guard, it binds itself or something weird. But so this, guys, this was us. I know it's a little long because we went a little more in depth going through each of them because people had to we had to read the effects, but
yeah, we said we were gonna do all that at the end, but we didn't anyway.
Yeah, we did it throughout. So hopefully you see. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Do we not understand your clan?
Just love my boy Duke. That's all you got to do.
Did we not understand your clan? Let us know in the comments. Unless you're trying to defend shadows, don't save
Please
yourself.
don't.
I'll delete the comments myself. I don't want to hear that. Fiona's bad. Just we'll send you to a 2-step therapy program. I know a lot of good people, mental health awareness week, my guys. Because
look for all of you Shadow Paladin players. If you didn't figure it out by now, same.
You don't even care. You don't even care. Trash. You're waiting for Raging Form anyway.
So bad.
You're going to wait for Raging Form.
You're just waiting.
It's okay. You're getting Raging Form in like May. No, in Japan, May. Here.
It's like July or August.
July. Raging Form. You'll be fine. This didn't happen. It's okay.
And before, it has nothing to do with Mordred or Blasterjack or anything related to the already existing Revengers at this point.
Don't matter. It's probably not. It can't be as bad as Fiona.
You know what? I could be wrong. It could be like Duke and a beautiful, beautiful boy. That would make me very happy.
That's been our short story long on this tier list. We'll do it one again for when Caln Selection Volume 2 is out, and we'll be back here. Maybe it'll be
come out.
we'll be back here.
Maybe it'll be come out.
Maybe it'll be me, your brewmaster, and the casual professor, or maybe it'll be our.
I'll call out sick for that. I want to see my Jewel Knights. I want to talk about my Jewel Knights. I've missed Ashley.
We hope to see you. And my son Hanzo gets revealed this Tuesday, so we can date when this video was filmed. But that is all. Thank you for watching. Once again, it's me, your brewmaster,
and the casual professor.
Yes, so it's YouTube, so always like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you.